Hey, how you doing? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, let me make sure my mic is on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. My mic is on. How are you doing? I'm gonna go live here soon on TikTok as well. So I usually go live on both of them. Make sure my screen is not dirty. Okay. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me tonight. Oh, you've been in class. Okay, good, good. What you studying? 5 classes. Wow. Are these your prerequisites that you're taking or what? Prereqs? Are these prereqs or nursing classes? Patho. Okay. Patho is hard. Patho is hard. Let me go ahead and see if I can go live also on TikTok too. Let me see. So what are your other classes besides Patho? Hey, welcome, whoever is here. We're just talking tonight. So how is the rest of your class? You said Patho is killing. The Patho is gonna prepare you for make sure you learn as much as you can about Patho because it's gonna prepare you for your nursing classes. You want to make sure you have a good understanding of that. Just trying to set up for TikTok as well. I usually go live on both of them. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go live for a little bit because I'm going to go to the movies tonight, hopefully. Nursing music. Oh, philosophy. I never liked philosophy. Intro to nursing, good. Spanish, good. You need those classes. All right, so I'm about to go live on TikTok here in just a minute. So are you about to apply for nursing school? Cotterell, are you about to apply? So were you in the process you're going to apply for nursing school? No, not that one. I need my brown one. So I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube Live. So let me go ahead and start the TikTok one. Well, I need my chapstick first, but thank you for joining me on live tonight, whoever is here. Thank you, Cara. I hadn't seen you in a while, but thank you for joining tonight. My lips are chapped, y'all, so I'm sorry. Thank you. Hey, Texan Nurse, how are you? Okay, you said next semester is when you start your true nursing classes. Okay, good. Well, make sure you learn all you can in your patho class. Hello, how are you doing, Texan Nurse? Learn all you can in that patho class because that's a great foundation for nursing school. Everything in that class is a foundation for nursing school, and if you don't have an understanding of that, you'll have a harder time in your you'll have a harder time in your classes understanding the basic concepts. Texan Nurse, thank you for joining me tonight. All right, I'm about to go live now, also on TikTok. So I'm gonna do both of these at the same time and see how it works tonight. So you'll see me looking up and down from time to time. So you'll see that. And we talk about whatever you want to talk about. So that's what you've been told. Okay, yeah. Make sure I normally follow you on TikTok. Okay, you normally follow me on TikTok. So I'm about to go live on TikTok as well. Hey, how are you doing? Well, I can't say the name, but hello, how are you doing? So yeah, Texas Nurse, Texas Nurse, I'm on both today. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube tonight. So thank you for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate that. And thank you for coming over here for the live. I appreciate that too. Either way. So I talk about the same things depending on what we talk about. I will say on the YouTube side, I typically get more of the student. On the TikTok side, I get more of the nurse already or somebody who's not even healthcare. I'm doing okay, actually. Hey, how are you doing? Carl, how are you doing? So Cotterell, make sure you understand that patho. If you don't understand patho, make sure that you definitely reach out to your instructor and ask questions and make sure to get that patho done. That patho is truly a foundation to nursing, and if you don't understand patho, um, you will have a hindrance. So make sure you do that. Always ask questions. So I'm on both TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. So I'm trying to do both at the same time today. So I'll answer any questions that you have regarding whatever. Again, the audience is slightly different on both forums, but we will answer the questions nonetheless. So, or talk nonetheless. So thank you for joining me either platform. So Carl, what are you up to tonight? Excuse me. Hey, Sunset Shade, how are you doing? How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. So what's on everybody's mind? Cotterell, you have any questions that you have? Concerns? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So Texan Nurse, when you go to Patho for your good evening, how are you doing? Um, Labor Day, yeah, me too. Excited about Labor Day. I'm going out of town tomorrow to the mountains, actually. Good evening, Al Walker. So when you get into NP, when you go to NP school, the patho is no joke. I took advanced patho in NP. I mean, not in my graduate program, and I had to drop the class because I was making a C in it by midterm, and I dropped it and retook it. So I took advanced patho. I took it the first time, and I saw it was not successful or going to be successful, so I retook it again. I dropped it and retook. Thank you. So yeah, patho is hard. It's very hard. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Recommend getting you a tutor if you don't know or don't understand, someone who's really good in that. And patho, definitely get you somebody. Definitely ask questions when you go to school, go to class. It's definitely something that's hard. Yes, it is. That's the reason why Sunset Shake. That's the reason why I'm going out of town is because of the fact that it's time to have some me time in the mountains. So I'm headed to the mountains. Okay. You're online in terms of what the patho class. Thank you for the rose. Are you said you're online for patho? You can still ask for help though. You can still get help. I took my classes online as well, and I got help. For path, okay, yeah. You can still get help from the instructor, or if not, then you can also get you a tutor if you're not understanding something. So there's certain concepts. YouTube, as you know, this is a great resource as well on YouTube when it comes to certain content. So I would also entrust YouTube if you're having, certain content that you don't understand, especially patho wise. Nurse Sarah at the RN.com, I think she's one of those who's also a really good nurse that explains patho pretty good. So definitely utilize YouTube when you all are having difficulty in your classes. It's a great resource. I mean, I used it for my doctoral program when there were certain things I didn't understand because of the fact that, excuse me, because of the fact that it was not well explained by my instructors. So utilize your resources. So even if you can't, have access to an actual instructor physically. Oh yeah, so you know her already. Yes, there's Sarah is her name. So she's great. I like her. And I actually use some of her content for my classes that I teach. So I teach OB. So when I do my classes, I actually use some of her content actually. And so and use that for the students. So again, showing that you can use other things outside of just what your instructor tells you for your content. I mean, for to learn. Sorry, not for your content, but to learn. She's valuable. Her and others, but I use her mainly. Thank you for that, Rose. I appreciate you. So you start in the spring. That's exciting. Get through the semester the best you can. Are you well, you probably don't even know this yet, Cotterell. I was gonna say, do you know if they're going to clinical yet? Um Little Timmy is back. You caused some problems last time, Little Timmy. So I don't know if you want to be back here or not, but you're welcome if you're gonna be civil. Welcome to stay if you're gonna be civil. We just talk about whatever on here. So whatever people are talking about. I'm a nurse, so we talk about usually nursing content, or we talk about whatever people want to talk. Okay, little Timmy, whatever people want to talk about, so that I know anything about. How did your weather? I haven't got my second dose yet. I get my second dose on September 17th. So I'm good from the first one. I had some fatigue, headache, and sore arm from the first one. But the second one is September 17th to get my second dose. So I have the Moderna. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight? So we talk about anything. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube as well. YouTube is usually more so geared towards nursing. Um, Oh, that's okay. Yep. In 2 more weeks, 2 weeks, I get my second dose. Come and check back with me on the 17th. The 17th night. My appointment is at 5:45 that night, I think, for my second shot. So check back with me on that weekend. I'll be out of it probably, but we'll see. Your third dose. So texting a nurse, what did you get the third dose because you chose to get the third dose? Are you immunocompromised? What made you get the booster? That's what I want to know. What makes you get the booster? Hey, how are you doing? Mr. Mo, I'm good. What can't you say about earaches? I don't understand that. What can't you say about earaches? I'm not understanding that question. So, yeah, the third dose, the booster. I'm not sure. Is it still 6 to 8 months after you got the second one? But what is everybody getting it because they choose to, because the doctors are recommending it, or is it purely just a booster for those who are immunocompromised? What is the criteria? Because I'm seeing different criteria for that particular vaccine, the third one. So that part I'm not sure about. Welcome on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. If you're coming to my live, we're talking about any and everything, either nursing and otherwise. Okay, so Kevin, did you get your Moderna or your Pfizer one? I'll have to do a separate video on that. This is a wig actually, but I have to do a separate video on that in terms of how to put my hair up. I have to do it for clinicals. You got Moderna, okay. Did you get the third one because you wanted to, or did you get the third one because you were immunocompromised, if you're able to say, or what? What I'm trying to understand why people are getting the third one. Because some people say it's because you're immunocompromised, and some people just their doctors recommend they get them. So what's the criteria for that? Your health group. Okay, I got it. Okay. Okay, so literally about the Mu variant. The Mu variant is the newest one. I have not heard anything yet besides today that it is a new variant. I just literally heard today that that one is a new variant, the Mu variant. That I don't know anything about it. I know it's not here in the United States yet, but that's all I can tell you. I literally heard of Mu variant literally like maybe an hour ago. You got your first shot today because I'm leaving for it. Okay, is requiring it. Okay, you got your first shot today. Okay, well, good. Which one did you get, Corey? What about earaches? You probably have to go to, I mean, it could be something obstruction in your ear, or you just need to go to the doctor and have them look in there and see what's going on with your ear to know why your ear is hurting. Sometimes, a lot of times, you have foreign objects in your ear. You got Pfizer, okay. A lot of people who get the Pfizer don't seem to have as bad side effects as those with the Moderna, because I got the Moderna and I had some bad side effects. People are coming up without masks. Okay, you have immunocompromised people in your house. So you want to, so text a nurse, you just want to basically make sure you're protected. That's what you want to do. You're trying to make sure that you're protected, which is great. Which is great. Hey, Inferno, how are you doing? I'm doing okay today. I'm actually feeling pretty good today. We're talking about there's a new variant that just came out called the Mu variant. I know nothing about it. So if anybody knows anything about this Mu variant that I just heard of literally today, you said you had, yeah, I had Steph, I had the Moderna, I also had sore arm and I had a headache and fatigue. The fatigue was bad though. Um, so far just sore arm. Yeah, that sore arm, yep, Mu. Yep. I heard about the Mu. You said I have not heard of that. I literally heard of it about an hour ago. I know nothing about it though. I know nothing about it, but I just heard about it about an hour ago. So Corey, with Pfizer, I think a lot of people just complain about the sore arm and a little bit of tiredness, but with the Moderna one, sometimes you MU, lucky, MU, lucky star, Mu, and just no energy. Yep, stay beautiful. That's what I had too for about a good day and a half. And then the fatigue actually lasted for about, you're welcome. The fatigue actually lasted for about a week. Yeah, that's news. Yeah, so I don't know anything about it. I just heard that it's the newest one out, and I don't know where it's at. I don't think it's here in the States yet, the Mu variants. I don't know anything about it. The Lambda, yes, I do know about that one. Oh, okay. So you just found out about that. My stepdad got COVID and both have it. Okay, so good that you're protecting yourself because that's why you got the third shot. Because I mean, I was trying to figure out, well, I need the third, when 8 months come, will I need a third shot? What do I need to do? Those types of things. It only lasts 24 hours. Yeah, for the Pfizer, it hasn't been so bad. It doesn't seem for Pfizer, it has been for Moderna. I will say that because for me personally, that I think for about 2 days I was out of it with Moderna, but then the fatigue lasted for about a week. I'm just now feeling better from the fatigue part of it. Like I would go to work, and by the end of the day, I was just wore out, completely wore out, and I think it has a lot to do with the actual vaccine itself. So, but I'm actually feeling back to 100% this week. But in 2 more weeks, I'll go back and get that second shot. So we'll see what happens. So But yeah, so anybody knows anything about the move, if y'all find anything about that, let me know because I know nothing about it until today. Okay, for everybody to get it, because I'm getting mixed reviews on that. So, some people are saying that you get the booster if you are immunocompromised. Some people are saying that, only certain populations people get it, and some people saying everybody get it. So I don't know. Talk about what subject? Because everybody's talking about in terms of um, that I didn't know, because we tend to talk about, Corey, you see, that makes sense. That's what I did too. It is a common reaction. Yeah. I know nothing about that. So, I mean, when did this new variant come out? No, I'm not from Philly. I'm from Tennessee. It's in the States. Okay, Texas nurse. I never knew that. That's new. I never knew that. Good information. I never knew that. I just literally heard of it an hour ago. You heard only a little bit about that when resistant for vaccines. That I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about it. I know nothing about it at all. I just know that I am, learning about that, learning about these different variants that are popping up. And are they resistant to the vaccine or are they not? That I don't know. Is Sunset Shade still here? If you are, what's going on with school? After this live, we went to the movies tonight to see Candyman, so I'm looking forward to that. Good question, Lucky Star. I do not know. We're going on year two, so we're going on year two, so I have no idea when it's going to be gone. I wish it would just be gone, but it doesn't look like it's going to be for a while. Better you than me with the Candyman. Yeah, I'm gonna go see it tonight. Can't keep up with the variants. I can't either. I can't either. Like I didn't even know that the new one, the MU one, I didn't even know that one existed until an hour ago. So, you said you heard it was resistant. See, I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up though and learn something about it because people are knowing more about it than I do. And again, I just heard of it like an hour ago. Okay, now that's what I need to hear. Barnes girl, that's what I need to hear. That it was originally for people who are immunocompromised, but now they're encouraging everybody to get it, and especially probably because of the fact that we have new variants coming out. That is probably true. So you said you're a nurse, and I'm a nurse, and I wrote. That's a little bit what? You said you're a nurse in the informatics class. That is a little bit. You're welcome. I mean, I don't know nothing about it, Lucky Star. But I know today I learned there's a new one out. Rough. Okay. You said you're in informatics class. Informatics, let me tell you, I did not care for that class at all. You said you're an informatics. Yeah, I'm not an informatics kind of person. I mean, I took the class because I had to, but I was not. I don't like that. I didn't like that kind of class at all. You said you're gonna see the Marvel movie tomorrow, possibly. Yeah, make sure you get you some. Make sure you do some self care. So that's what you need to do tomorrow. Definitely do that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see Candyman tonight. We'll see what happens. I actually need to keep up with my time. It's 6:30. The movie starts in about an hour, so I'm not gonna be on here long today because I have to go. Well, I don't have to, but I want to go to the movie. So it starts in about an hour. You say you're encouraging your patients. Well, now that I know more, because that's helpful. Because like I said, I didn't know that they're encouraging everybody to get it at this point in time. But now that you have told me that, I'm gonna do some more research because I haven't even got the second one yet, and then we will kind of go from there and see, what I need to do. But yeah, I gotta get the second one first, and then I guess we'll. So is it okay? So is it Is it 8 months from the first shot or 8 months from the second shot that you get this vaccine, this booster? Does anybody know that? Does anybody know whether it's the 8 months from the first or second? 8 months from the second. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's what I needed to know because I'm like, I don't know. Because that means I would get mine in like March or so. You feel it's gonna be good? Sunset Shade. How's school going? Sunset Shade. And then you have a 3-day weekend coming up, but still 8 months from second. Thank you so much. Because I was like, when do I get the second? I mean, this booster. Thank you for that. Thank you, Soul Desire. I appreciate you. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You said it gets lonely because you don't have any friends. You know what? In life, you're not gonna have many friends, so that's pretty typical. You know, you're gonna have one or two really, really good for real friends. The rest of them gonna be associates. So that's pretty typical. Find you one person that you trust. What's that? Oh, put it back in the box and bring me the whole box. But yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine without you don't need no so-called friends anyway. And some of us adults need to learn that exact same thing, that we don't really have a lot of true friends in life. Thank you. We don't have a lot of true friends in life. Thank you. Thank you. You said you got drugs at Walgreens and they are only allowing immunocompromised to get the booster. So I guess it depends on where you're getting it from, because I got mine at Walmart, and I mean we'll see about the booster when the time comes. I don't need it until I guess March or April or so. But we definitely want to try to protect ourselves the best way we can. So yes, in Florida, okay, it's bad in Florida because I was actually wanting to come to the beach in Florida, but I'm kind of second in October though. But I'm kind of second guessing that now that maybe I should not come to the beach in Florida. I want to go to Destin or Panama City, I think. That's where I wanted to go. But I'm second guessing that now if the numbers are that bad, because I saw a family who went down there for vacation and the whole family came back infected. So I'm not really trying to have all that happen. I'm trying to stay as healthy, so I may have to wait on Florida. What's your rates down there in Florida? Do you happen to know? Like in terms of what's percentage that is the percentage that is it's a hot yeah, it's a hot spot. Oh, okay, okay. Better to know now than after high school. Yeah. Sunset, you will wow, Nurse Flame. So almost 5,000 people passed in August. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Hold up. You said who said it was a hot spot? You said Florida's a hot spot. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of rethinking the whole thing. To be honest with you, I'm rethinking the whole thing. Like I probably should not go to Florida this year. But I really want to go to Florida, but it's okay. Oh, okay, okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. I got you. So you're the one who's going to the movies tomorrow. You're taking the informatics class. I got you. Well, thank you for joining me over there or trying. I appreciate you being over there. So what is everybody? So you're the one who's taking the informatics class. Okay. Okay. So how was that? You said it's rough. Is that what you're saying over here? That it was rough? It's a bit rough. Yes, you did say that. Hey Nisi, how are you doing today? Hey YouTube, I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. So if you have questions or whatever you want to talk about nursing or anything else, comment away. We're just talking right now about everything else. You want to see? Okay, yeah, I'll let you know how it is. I'm gonna go see it hopefully in the next hour or so. I hope they're not either, but I guarantee you somebody gonna be in there with their children, small kids watching that movie. I'm doing good. I'm actually doing good, Nancy. Thank you for asking. You said the questions don't really get the deal with the content. Don't say what. Corey, I'll have to let you know how it is. I just got some new perfume, so I'm trying to see what it smells like. This hopefully smells good. That's okay. Put it on tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. It changes every week. It changes every week. So I bought some perfume that costs like $250 a bottle. $250 a bottle. So of course I'm not gonna spend that much on no perfume. So this one I bought. Oh, your objective assessment. Okay. I'm not sure if I like this one or not. I'm glad I didn't spend $250 on it. Not bad. Killian. You said it's the original thought provoking, the original what, Candyman? Is that what you're saying? It's thought provoking. Thank you, Nisi. It's a wig, but my hair changes all the time. Boys, cut that TV down, like I told you to earlier. It's it's called Killian. Don't be shy. Oh, Candyman, the original. It's called Killian. Don't be shy. Um. Oh, you said the pink cell. You talking about at Victoria's Secret? You said the pink cells that you're talking about at Victoria's Secret? Is that contacts? You talking about my eyes? So it's called Don't Be Shy by Killian. And it's supposed to be a scent that Rihanna likes. So Rihanna, the singer, well, actually, she doesn't really sing much more. But anyway, Rihanna supposedly likes this scent. And so it costs $250 for the big bottle. And so this one right here, this little one, this little, 0.25 fluid ounces cost $48 for this right here. $48. So before I invested in the $50 one, I wanted to see if I like this one. I don't think I bought anything on sale. I actually did buy a few things. I did make a purchase on Victoria's Secret yesterday, which should be here next week. But I don't think I picked up anything from a sale. They have some lotion that I bought that was on sale, but outside of that, I think I paid regular price for a few things. I typically always get lounge stuff. So the leggings, the hoodies or the sweatshirts. This is like my favorite out. This is all I wear when I'm off. I don't know about this perfume. I think I'm gonna take this one back. So this is probably what Rihanna likes. So this one is not her perfume. This is one that she would always wear. This is not her. She has her own, but I have not bought her own yet. I haven't bought it yet. Oh, like Donna Summer. Okay. Your pink loungewear, me too. Yes, I love pink loungewear. This is all, like I said, this is what I wear all the time. If I'm not in scrubs or I'm not dressed up going somewhere, it's always something with pink, some leggings, and I'm good to go. I'm halfway put together this way. So this is just a perfume that she happens to like. Rihanna likes. This is not her actual perfume. Her real perfume that she just came out with, I have not smelled that one yet. It is sold out right now. So I just wanted to see if I would like it. And it's really not my scent. So I'm gonna take that one back. This is like $50. $50 for this little thing right here. So I'm gonna take this one back to Sephora. I have a whole Sephora order that I just bought that just came in today that my son just brought to me. So I love to shop, y'all. Love to shop. So my sunset shade, my order will be coming in, I think next week, that I just bought from Victoria's Secret. Being comfortable, yes, I have to be comfortable. When I'm home, there's nothing wrong with being cute and comfortable. You said you have everyone. You have everyone what? What you have? Everyone what? Yes, you got to go to Sephora. I got me some. The rest of my box, I got some Tom Ford foundation. Um, her actual perfume is amazing. I have to buy it. I bought the new Estee Lauder foundation, and then I bought that. What else did I buy? What is this? Oh, Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. I bought mascara. So I always love my mascara, and then I bought a lipstick by Huda Beauty. So I was most excited to get this Killian because that's what Rihanna recommend, what she likes. But it's always sold out. So anyway, I finally got it, so I was excited about that. But anyway, her old line. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go when it comes back. When it comes back in stock, I'm gonna have to get her own perfume that she actually come up with. But when I went to get it, it was out of stock. So what's going on, everybody, tonight? What we talking about tonight? The new one is nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get it. I got this Tom Ford foundation that people on YouTube swear by for $88. So we'll see if I'm gonna actually keep that or take it back. This perfume I think is going back though, because I don't like how it smells. It's not the scent that I would wear normally. She does have great taste. Yeah, I love Rihanna. I love her music, and I love her Fenty line, and as well as her Savage Fenty line as well. Your room is overdue. I do not like. I'm gonna have to wash this perfume off. I do not like it at all. I do not like it at all. Louis Vuitton has nice perfume. Okay, now I'm gonna have to collect my coins for some Louis Vuitton though. I'm gonna have to collect my coins for that. Louis Vuitton, I'm gonna have to go smell their perfume because I have a few of their purses. Jordan Sparks. Okay, a few of their purses, but I have not bought their perfume, so I will look into that. I'm sure it's much cheaper than, of course, them high end purses that they have over there. I got Gucci. I already have that one. I do have that one already. But yeah, I'm enjoying. I don't like this perfume. I have to wipe this off and go take this back probably tomorrow because this stinks to me. I have Carolina Herrera. I have that one as well. I do. I went yesterday to smell light blue, and I didn't get it because I want the small one. I want I want one this size. Before I commit to something, I always buy this size first, and then I will, if I really like it and finish it, then I'll go buy the bigger size. So I usually always start with this, but I will. They didn't have any of the small ones yesterday, and I didn't want to commit to $100 something. Um, the red shoe bottle, I don't have. I do have a good girl one. I do have a good girl one. I don't think I've smelled that one before though, but I do have Gucci. I have plenty of that. I love Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. That's one of my favorites. But yeah. $75. We don't have I mean, the closest base is probably about 2 hours from here. So we don't have, they didn't have the small size in our store. They were out. So I was looking for it yesterday. They didn't have it. Since it's So when it comes to some of your perfumes, it's based off of if it's a perfume, if it's like this is a perfume. So when it's a perfume, when it has more oil in it, more oil means it's going to last you longer. So like a lot of your perfumes will only last you like 3 or 4 hours. Um, excuse me, Alexis, I'm not sure what you're asking. The commissary, yeah, we have one about 2 hours from here. I'm not a trans girl. I'm not sure who What makes you think that? But no, that's not me. You have the wrong person. So what's going on over here on YouTube? Any questions or anything going on? Anything you want to know? Nursing wise or healthcare wise or otherwise? Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm not sure what they're talking about because I've never said anything about me being anything like that. Well, thank you, but no, I'm not. I'm not trans. I was born a female. We all look the same. Okay. Now I'm not sure what that was about, but okay. Anyhow, Corey, yes, I do. Yes, I do, Corey. Yes, I do. Um, I love all of it. I have all her pretty much most of the makeup, everything she comes out with. I usually try. Um, Good evening, Mr. Handcuffs. How are you doing? Any opinions about abortion being banned in Texas? Um, let's see. The only thing they're going to do is create a problem for people to either go out of state. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And do some things or do some back alley things that will cause your risk for infections to go up because people are going to do back alley abortions. That's what's going to come to if they want to have one or go out of state and have one regardless. So, um, in terms of abortions in general, do I believe in them for me? No, I don't believe in them for me. But somebody's trolling, asking you the question. No, I can't prescribe Botox, but I do know nurses who can. I do know nurses who can, though. I do know a nurse. She's a plastics nurse, and that's all she does is Botox, and she does just different things like that. And so she definitely does that. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate you. Yeah, it is. I think it is. I agree, Nisi. I think I mean, because let's say, for instance, you are you get in a situation. I don't want to say the words on here so it doesn't get taken down. But let's just say you're in a situation where you were forced to do something that you did not want to do, and a pregnancy comes from that. Should you be made to keep that? Should you be made to keep that? You know, that's kind of how I look at that. That's how I look at that. But for me, in a normal circumstance where I wouldn't use, abortion as a form of birth control. But for people like that, like if you are forced to do something you didn't want to do and you got pregnant as a result of that, I don't think that's right. I don't personally think that's right. But again, that's just me. In Wichita, okay. You said you live about 3 hours away from where they killed them. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I just that kind of thing right there is just kind of like that's one of them taboo topics. That's a taboo topic right there. Like I'm gonna do what's good for me. I don't believe in certain things for me, you know. But I've met women. I've met women who were forced to do something they didn't want to do and then they got pregnant behind it. Thank you. Or Nisi, it can lead to back alley abortions. Thank you. Soul Desire. Thank you. Yes, yes, I agree. Riri, I agree. I agree. That's the reason why I'm like, I mean, how do we make a decision if you were in a situation? You said they don't care about those kids. Yeah, yeah. Or not even just the kids. What about the mama? What about the woman? So I know that's a crazy situation that I'm talking about, but I'm just talking about some situations. I've met women who have been forced to do something. Again, I can't say what I'm saying on here, but they've been forced to do something they didn't want to do, and a baby came from that situation, and they, they didn't want to be forced to raise a child that was not conceived in a normal fashion, so to speak. So yeah, I can't say I blame them. You know, I can't say I'm blaming them. So I don't think it's right in that situation. We need to diversity in the White House. You said more diversity in the White House. I think this current president was trying to have more diversity this go around in the White House. I do think that he was trying to seek more diversity in the White House. So, but I do agree with you. We still need even more. We need even more diversity. I think we need diversity. Truth be told, we need diversity in all facets of life. So whatever you do, wherever you work, I think we need to see what the U.S. represents. You know, medically the more safer it is. Yep, you're right. Is it cachet? Is that how you say it? They will make sure their children get yes, 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 yes. Absolutely right. You're right. That's absolutely right about that. You said lawmakers have the money and access to care. They will make sure that their children get the services they need. Exactly right. They do. And truth be told, us here in nursing, majority of us in nursing are middle class, what we call middle class poor, meaning that we can, we are a lot of us are living check to check. A lot of us are we don't have enough savings saved up. A lot of us don't, and we're not in a position where we can like the haves people who have money they can sell their Rolex watch and pay some debt off. They just sell a Rolex watch to pay something off. We don't have a Rolex watch to pay nothing off. So when we need something, we have to actually work or do something else to get it. It's just very, it's just our system here is just so messed up. Right. The poor can't. Right. And Riri, that goes back to and I'm not gonna get too far into this because of the fact that I don't live that life. But the people who, in Louisiana who could not uh leave. And people are like, well, why can't y'all just leave? Why can't you just up and leave? Well, people can't afford to go pay for no hotel, or people may not have family, in another city or state, or they can't even travel to get there. And you're wondering why people do what they have to do because it's what they have to do. So, um, yep, they have connections that we don't have. We don't have that luxury of connections. You're right. It's not that easy. And people here on TikTok were saying that. People say, well, why aren't y'all just leave? And people are like, well, to go where? We don't have any place to go. Um, Sunset shade, yes, inclusion, and see that's what some people don't understand that diversity and inclusion are not the same thing. So we need diversity. Diversity simply means we have representation. That just simply means we have people who are in the room. That means you have hired people from different backgrounds. Now, what inclusion means is we are having a seat at the table to make those decisions. And that's why we have issues because yes, they've invited us, they hire us, but if we're not sitting at the table to make decisions, nothing changes for us. So unless you have a seat at the table, nothing changes for you. So keep that in mind too. We need not only diversity, but we need inclusion as well. Because people are so fast to judge, especially on this, Riri, especially on this app, they fast to judge. They will judge you so fast and not even know two sentences about you. Well, that's just the thing. I don't know how to say your HSINGH is that's just the thing though. You have skills in all races. That's the problem. So I do understand what you're saying, but there are skills that all races possess. So when you are only looking for one race that actually possesses skills, that's the problem. That's where we have lack of diversity. So that's where we have lack of diversity. So all races possess skills that are needed for certain jobs. So I mean, that means if you go seek diversity, seek people from different backgrounds, you will get what you need met. Hey, Secret Squirrel Marine, how are you doing today or tonight? It says church people have used the Bible to do some horrible. Oh, you know what? You talking about some church? Yes, 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 yes. The church, yes. And that's why some people don't go to church because of the fact that some of the biggest hypocrites are right there in the church. Some of them. Not all churches are bad. Not all pastors are bad. I'm doing good. I'm doing good tonight, actually. So yeah. So I agree with you on that. Thank you for joining us again, Secret Squirrel. So far, we're doing pretty good tonight. We're not having a lot of issues. How are you doing tonight? You said you're doing good. Okay. I'm sorry. I just saw that. Okay. I will try to, I'm going to look into that. When I go out to we have a high end mall. I'm going to go out and try to find that. A lot of people say it's easy to get rich, but why people are struggling then? You said it's always a bonus. It is, especially on my little TikTok over here. I would say, hold up. Let me go find your question. A lot of people say it's easy to get rich, but why people are struggling then? Because it's not easy to get rich. It's not. Hello, Tamika. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Oh my gosh, I could imagine. You said a doctor. Actually, I saw a doctor the other day who was talking about, the topic we always talk about on here, secret squirrel, marine. Talk about the topic we already talked about on here, and he had a huge following that he was trying to answer questions. He was doing a Q&A. Why at least 40% of the women are not like you? Could you? Why is what? Could you restate that? Why at least 40% of women? Thank you for that, for the flowers. I think it was. I think it was Secret Squirrel. Why at least 40% of women are not like? Could you restate that? Because it doesn't read right. YouTube, what's going on tonight with you all? You're quiet tonight. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. That's so I saw him. I mean, he was getting questions left and right. There was probably like he couldn't keep up with all the questions. Oh, well, you understood, Jenny, what they was trying to say? Let me somebody could paraphrase what they're trying to say. That'd be helpful. So why at least 40% of women are not like you, or could you respond to that? Are you asking why they don't like me? Is that what you're asking? I don't know what you're asking. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, crazy German lady. Thank you so much. So TikTok, YouTube, TikTok. I'm talking to both. And we're talking about whatever. We were talking about inclusion and diversity, why that's important at one point. We've been talking about perfumes and everything we've been talking about. So whatever y'all want to talk about is fair game. As long as we keep it civil. Why are they not like most? Oh, why are they not like you? Most of women are spoiled and just don't want to do anything. Oh, okay. I'm with you now. I understand what you're saying. I can't speak for other women. I've had to work hard for my everything that I want. Listen. I do consider myself spoiled, but the thing is, I will buy what I want. So, like, if I want, to spend, $300 on something, that's what I'll do. So I'm just really someone who has a work ethic that I will work and work and work and get the things that I want. I don't depend on anybody. So I understand your question now. Thank you for that. Um, I have to, I work more than one job always. I always had, since I've been a nurse for 17 years, and in those 17 years, I have worked at least two jobs the entire 17 years. And I always have gigs going on, ways of making extra money, ways to put myself out there, things like that in terms of making more money or building my platform, professional platform, shall I say. So I've never been afraid to work. And that's one thing about me. So, I'm on YouTube right now, and I'm also on TikTok. I'm not here. Yeah, I do. I work. You're right. I work. I don't, depend on other people. Everything that I've done, I've actually worked for, built connections with, network, just to help, build myself and take care of myself. I've never believed in me sitting at home and waiting on somebody to do something for me. If I want it, I will go work for it. So yeah, that's just me. I was just raised that way. That if you want something in life, you have to go work for it. You can't depend. And then I grew up in a different time period too. So I'm not young. I'm not, I'm 43 who grew up with older parents. So move that box out of the way. So yeah, I've had to always work for things. This perfume stinks. I do not like it. This perfume's gonna be a headache. I do not like this. It's going back tomorrow. Excuse me. But most women want and cry for things they don't have the money for. I don't know. Maybe they're spoiled, just like you said. You said they're spoiled. I think that's a part of what it is. A lot of them are spoiled. If I want something, I will go get it. I will work for it. I will go get it. I'll find a way. You know. You said I'm older. I see a lot of ladies don't see their worth and don't see why they. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too. A lot of us women don't see our worth, and we definitely want somebody to do for us. We've been raised in a way that we want somebody to do and cater to us. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna work. I'm not gonna settle for anybody to mistreat me. He said, ain't no way you're that age. I am that age. I am that age. I have a daughter who's 23 years old. I have a daughter who's 20 years old. I have grown children, two grown children, and two little boys. So yes, these girls are truly spoiled. Singles, where is that part? Yes, I agree. You said singles, where is that? Yes, it is. It really is. Take care of yourself, and then the right person to come along at some point that you should be involved with. Okay, so when you have a child involved, so if you have a child involved, you can't completely cut off contact unless they have done something criminal. You have to be in contact for the sake of the child. Thank you. Yes, I am 43. So you have to be in contact with the sake of the child. But what you have to do is, yeah, you can't. You have to, when it comes to moving on, you mean moving on with your feelings, moving on with, you have to move on in the sense of you are done with the person. But when it comes to that child, you have to still co-parent for the sake of the child. So that may mean you have to, thank you so much. That may mean you have to, what I call gray rock. And being that my husband was a narcissist, we've learned how to gray rock. I've learned how to gray rock, which means you are dull. You answer the questions they have for you. I don't engage or converse with that person outside of anything involving with the child. If it has nothing to do with my child, we have nothing to talk about. And that's basically how I see it. That person has no right to know what goes on in your life, who you're dealing with in that sense. But when it comes to the child, you have to come together and talk about the child. But outside of that, there's nothing else to talk about. And in terms of, if you're talking about maybe emotions, moving on emotionally from that person, keep on remembering what he did or that person did to make you feel the way you feel. Sometimes when we have a hard time moving on from people, we move on. We want to move on, but our heart doesn't want us to move on because we still care for them. If they're not really there for the kid, the thing is, you don't want to let the courts handle that. And what I mean by that is, you don't want your child to grow up believing that you kept that person from being with them, because that child will grow up to resent you. So you make it where, if you have to go through court or whatever, that the court has said that that person can have visitation rights. And if they don't have nothing to do with the child from that, that is on that parent. That is not on you. But as long as you are not conveying to your child that you are making it where that parent can't be with that child or spend time with that child, then that's where the problem lies. But if you're okay with everything else, then if they're not there for the child, let that be because they're not there, not because of the fact that you won't let them be there. Because you don't want that child to grow up to resent you. And when they grow up, they'll resent you for it, not the absent parent. So if that parent's absent, just keep on talking to your child. And then also, I know so many men to tell their kids that the stepdaddy wasn't. That's true. That's very true. I'm married to a narcissist. I'm legally married to a narcissist myself, and so yes, it's easy to let go of somebody like that. But when there's children involved, it's hard. You say you hate when parents put court in the business. Sometimes it's not good, but if you have a parent that does not want to do what they're supposed to do for the sake of the child, you have to put the court in the business. Good. You say you've been fortunate to have children. Well, sometimes when you get married with somebody and, you get married thinking it's going to be for a lifetime or whatever it happens to be, and it doesn't work out, then, the children kind of come along with the situation. At least in my situation, I can't speak for myself. So, and then it doesn't make sense to stay. That's something else we all as women tend to do. We want to stay with somebody for the sake of the kids, which is not a good idea either. And then in Black relationships, we have this thing in Black relationships where we think it's okay. I don't know why we want to normalize toxic relationships in Black marriages. We want to normalize the toxicity. And not the fact that we want to be happy and free. Well, good. It's good that y'all co-parented very good because some people don't co-parent very good at all. And in this particular situation over here, she's saying that the person that the dad doesn't want to have what did you say? They're really there for their child. So if they're really there for their child, then how do we fix that? Do he really appreciate you? Do he has a statue? Who are you talking about? It says, do he really appreciate you? Do he have statues? Around his I mean, I don't know what he's doing in his house. Thank you for the follow. I don't know what he's doing around his house. Where he at, but we good over here. But Kashay, I definitely understand what you talking about on that because I'm going through something similar where he doesn't want to do anything for him, but it's not because of the fact that he doesn't have access to them. He chooses not to do anything for him. And that's why I'm saying, I make it where, oh, if you want to come and spend time with him, you can, but you just let me know. You just can't show up anytime you want to at my house. You just can't do that. Or but when somebody chooses not to take care of their responsibilities, that's gonna be on them, not on me. That's on them. I think my movie starts in about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna stand here for another 5 minutes or so because the previews take like 20 minutes to go through the previews anyway. I'm only like 5 minutes from the movies. So I'm gonna stand here another 5 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go because I want to go see Candyman tonight. Get my popcorn and my drinks and see this movie. Come back and let y'all know how it went. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh, I will. I will. Thank you. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Tomorrow's my self-care day, but I'm going out of town tomorrow. So usually I get I got my nails done yesterday. So my nails were done yesterday. Part of my self-care regimen. So tonight is my date night to go to the movies by myself, which I love. He said, well, I'll marry you. I may not even be the one. It's so funny. I may not even be the one. So funny. Anyhow, YouTube, what's going on over here? I have a few more minutes left over here before I go. Any questions that you all have last minute? I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, I take myself out every single week. I missed the week because I was when I got sick. Not got sick, but I missed the week because of the vaccine I took. But outside of that, every single week I have dinner and a movie. And before I came on here live, I was just out with a friend and we had a few drinks. And so I'm in Tennessee. It's a Saturday weekly date. Yep. I do usually one of the days I do, I got my nails done yesterday. I typically get usually Friday or Saturday is my day to either do dinner and a movie the same day or may do dinner one day and a movie the next day. Today I did dinner with a friend. So typically I do dinner by myself because I enjoy my alone time. But I did dinner with a friend and we had some drinks and we talked for a few hours. And then now I'm about to go to the movies by myself. So I'm pretty excited about that. Every week I do this. So just for my own self-care, my time away my time away from everybody else for myself. You said you didn't call. I didn't call anybody when I was sick, but I did do a live when I was sick though. When I was recovering the second day, and I may do that this time. I may come and do a live, just to let y'all know how the second vaccine went that I'm going to get in a couple of weeks. So we'll see. This perfume I need to wash off because it stinks. It's too strong. He says you want to get married, but the way things are happening, the era that we're 50% divorce rate. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to find that one. You see, you're gonna be out here next week. You have to find the one Colorado that's good for you. And the thing is, sometimes I think sometimes we don't really both vaccines took you down. My second one, I'm getting ready for it. We have to really pick and choose who we're going to spend our time with. And I think sometimes when we pick people, we are so excited to be around someone. And of course, we realize that everybody has a representative. Everybody puts their best foot forward usually. And I've even had some people say, "Oh, I'm an actions person. I'm all actions. I'm a good person. I do this, that, I do that, and the other." Um, so with that being said, they say those things, but then they realize that that's not who they really are. Okay, Corey, so you're gonna try to catch more of these now that you're getting off my shift. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm on here usually on Fridays, usually around 6 o'clock. However, the week that I get my vaccine in 2 weeks, I will not be on here. If I do, I'll come on late because I'm getting my vaccine at 5:45. So there's no way for me to be on here at 6. Actually, my son gets his at 5 o'clock on the 17th. I get mine at 5:45 on the 17th. So I won't be on that day. When I do, I'll come on late to tell people how it went. But outside of that, I won't be on that night. But yeah, typically every Friday around 6 Central Standard Time. The butterscotch man, is that what you're gonna call it? Yes, that's where I'm headed to now. In a few minutes. I'm headed there in about the next 5-10 minutes to the movies tonight. So yeah, I am. But Cotterell, you'll find the right one. You just need to know that when you realize that she is not the right one, that you go ahead and cut that off immediately. He can't say the guy's name. You cut her off immediately when you realize that she's not it. And I think a lot of us spend too much time in the wrong relationship. We spend too much time, when we say that, I really care about this person, I like this person, but we've ignored all those red flags. We ignore all those red flags, and that's what ends up happening when you ignore the red flags. Is you get in these relationships, and then you can't cut yourself loose because you like the person so much, and the whole time it was bad for you, and then you still end up breaking up, and now you have all this time wasted because the fact that you could not let go sooner. So yeah, I definitely let people go when they no longer serve the purpose that you thought they was there to serve, meaning they were no longer there to be who they claimed they were. Let them go. That's what I'm learning. Let them go and let them go quick. Release them back to whoever. Let somebody else have them. You said guilty. Yes, I'm guilty of that too. Definitely guilty of that. Holding on too long. Yes, Sunset Shade. No, you right. You need to definitely stay focused on that education because you will have plenty of time. You have you will have plenty of time for what comes after the education. But yeah, definitely, when it comes to these people entertaining these guys, they'll be there after the fact. Get the education first, get your education, and then there'll be plenty of time for them. Get yourself grounded and try not to try your. I mean, I'm being 100% real in this part. This part. Try not to get in a situation where you have a baby earlier than you're ready to have a baby, because that baby's going to take up a lot of your time and attention. Is going to take away from the things that you wanted to do in life. And so yeah, definitely take the time for that. Thank you, Carterell. You said wise words. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Cut that person off when you realize that they're not who you thought they were, who they claim to be. Because a lot of people will sit there and tell you whatever they want to tell you, and like, okay, no, this is not where it's at. So yeah, don't waste your time with those kind of people. Let them go. Let them match their, and that's another thing, match their energy. So if their energy is where they started off strong, believe them the first time. That's what Maya Angelou said. If when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Or the other saying is, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yes, Sunset. Yes, in your 30s. Yeah, you got plenty of time. Plenty of time. He said energy on tacos. Yeah, plenty of time for children. Yes, focus on you and your career, what you want to do in life, and you'll have plenty of time for the rest of it. Plenty of time for the rest of it. So definitely enjoy life. That's what I'm trying to teach my daughter, my oldest daughter now, is to enjoy her life and have fun and travel and do the things she want to do. There's plenty of times for her to get married and have children and things like that. So it's not a focus of hers either. She's 23, so it's not a focus of my daughter's either right now. And like it took me forever to go to school because I kept having children along the way, but I still got here. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. You said these new teenagers. You making me laugh because I think you're a teenager too, aren't you? You said these new teenagers need this talk. You are funny. I love it. Yes, they are having, because I see them all the time. I'm the one who take care of them when they have their babies. They're 15, 16-year-olds having babies. And believe it or not, I see 15 and 16-year-olds having their second baby, not just the first one, the second baby. 15 and 16-year-olds having, or even I had someone who was 20 who had like 4 kids already. 20 years old with 4 kids. I had my first one at 20, and that was young. You're so funny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're still a teenager, but you talk like you talk like you my age. That's why I think you used to be around older people. I can tell. They Cotterell, they ain't got nothing better to do, I guess. I don't know. But when they we need to figure out how we get that way and stop. But I've had plenty of people, plenty of moms or women who have been. I had one who was 23 with 5 kids already. And I'm 43 with 4 kids, but 23 with 5 kids, we need to find something else to do. I always tell my people that find something else to do. Find something else to do besides that, because that's what's getting you like this. Thanks, Max. Thank you so much. You said they must be bugging. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. You say you're old, so I can believe. I believe that. I can tell that just in how you talk. You said these teenagers. You made me laugh though. I see that. Driving to see us at 20 so I can take care of my kids and retire early. Okay, and nothing wrong with that. As long as you take care of your responsibilities. But we have a lot of people who, I had my first one at 20 and I had my second one at 22. And I had to, learn to take care of my responsibilities too. So I'm not saying it can't be done, but sometimes we spend so much time focusing on a guy and trying to keep a guy sometimes, and we end up getting pregnant and have these kids just for him to leave and not take care of his responsibilities, that we get caught up like that. Next thing you know, we're part of the system. We are part of the welfare system, the whole nine that goes with that. And me personally, I refuse to be an ongoing statistic. I refuse to be an ongoing statistic, because now that I've had the children and now that I'm not married at that point in time and now taking care of them by myself at that point in time, I'm not going to be that statistic. So I went to make sure I went to school and finished school to take care of my kids on my own. So that's what sometimes we don't do. We just continue the narrative of keep having kids. Next thing you know, we're 23, 24 with 5, 6 kids. And it's like, oh no, I got to find something else I got to get into because I can't take care of these kids. So you with your wife for 34 years, that's a blessing. That's great. That's great. I wish there were more of you like that, who took care of their responsibilities or practice discernment at least, in terms of who you mess around with. I feel like there's a double standard sometimes where men don't have that discernment that women are supposed to have. It goes both ways. Men need to practice discernment too. They don't need to be with any and everybody, just like women don't need to be with any and everybody. Everybody's not worthy of you. And once we learn our worth, um, then then we begin to realize some people don't are not worth your time. Don't want to be a statistic. Don't say yes, definitely. I've been a statistic. I've been a statistic, and I just came out of it though. I came out of it. I just came out of it, and I was just like, you know what? Nope, they're not gonna catch me like this. So I came out of it. Hmm. Yes, Cotterell, you see, you thinking, y'all thinking. Thank you. Some real blessing. Thank you. Yeah, Colorado, you don't want none, don't have time for none, and don't get yourself in situations where you can have them, especially with the wrong person. Sunset shade. Now, what you just said was just yes, yes. People trying to keep up with the Joneses on a credit card. You're right. People keeping up with the Joneses on a credit card is basically all it is. That's all it is. All right, y'all. Look, the movie's starting about I think 10 minutes, but there's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes of what they call it, previews. So I'm gonna go ahead and head off so I can go see my movie. I have to come back and let y'all know what the Candyman was like. So you all have a good rest of the day or night and a great weekend.